Hey everyone, my name is Yoshi, and welcome back to my Super Mario Sunshine Any % tutorial. In the last part, I showed you all of Serena Beach here. Pretty much, again, on paper, Serena's easy. When you're doing it, you can be rather inconsistent at it. And in this part, I'm going to be showing you, this is the final part of the tutorial, and I will be showing you all of Noki Bay, and then heading into Corona Mountain, which is over in the distance there. You can see that grating behind the Shine Gate over there, like right here. This is the entrance to Corona right there. And then the final Bowser fight, which happens after Corona. So, I keep pausing when I mean to go out of that. So, let's go ahead and not fall all the way down there. And head to Noki. So basically all you want to do is just jump dive off of this, roll out, and then go into your Y here. And look at the sun. And that is the portal to Noki Bay. So let's go ahead and head into Noki 1, uncork the waterfall. There's some pretty nifty movement that I'm going to try and teach you in Noki, which involves a lot of spin jumping and a lot of wall kicking, because a lot of what happens in Noki is vertical movement. And so, well, at least in the outer parts of Noki is vertical movement. So there's going to be a lot of like spin jumping and wall kicking and the likes of that. So uncork the waterfall. So first things first, come over here, switch to hover nozzle, spin jump, hover a little bit, turn your camera, spin jump onto this area right here, spin jump up here again. And then you will see this kind of, this white part right here, where the white part turns to green again in this general area. Like, you see this dark spot, right about here, right in front of Mario right here. In this general area is where you're going to want to start this. You're going to want to do a side flip, wall kick, wall kick, wall kick, hover. You want to dive and land right in this spot, and then roll out over to here. So, that would be like a dive right there, and a roll out here, and then a spin jump, and a hover to right here. Then switch to your squirt nozzle, and do a side flip, and spam spray up this, because that will clear a lot of the goop that is on this ramp. And then spin jump, wall kick, and grab onto this ledge. And then do a jump, spin jump, hover all the way over to this ledge. Another spin jump, hover, spam spray away all of this goop. And then spray this bomb. Now, this is, if you remember all the way back in Pinna, where I said there would be another time where you would see this mole. Here is that other time that you're going to see this mole. And you're actually going to have to defeat him here, because there's not a secret shine in the canon anymore. It's just you have to defeat the mole, and that's the shine. So, there's a certain thing you have to do with these bombs in order to do them quickly. And that would be spray the first one and wait for him to throw the second one. Spray the second one, grab the first one, throw it at him. Spray the third one, grab the second one, throw it at him. Grab the third one, throw it at him. And that shouldn't give him a chance to throw another bomb. So we should only throw 3 bombs. And those are the 3 bombs they're going to use to take him out. And then, after that, he's going to go ahead and fly off into the distance. And from the waterfall, which is not really much of a waterfall, it's just kind of a watershed at this point, collect your shine. And that is Noki 1. Noki 2 is my favorite thing to show people who have never seen a Super Mario Sunshine speedrun. Because typically, in like any casual playthrough, Noki 2 is another Gooper Blooper fight. However, with a certain clip here, which is, yeah, my god, I love this clip. You skip all of that Gooper Blooper fight, and it looks pretty freaking cool. And there's also really awesome movement that you do to get all the way up to where you do this clip. And so I'm going to attempt to show you the awesome movement that you can do, and then I'll show you some backup movement. So first up things first, dive onto this platform, dive, roll out, you'll land here. Do a series of wall kicks up this place, spin jump, wall kick, hover, jump, wall kick, spin jump right here. Sir. Spin jump right here, wall kick, dive, roll out, jump, wall kick, hover, dive, roll out, spin jump up to here to grab this. That is the fastest movement that you can do to get up here. And now I'm going to show you, if you're not comfortable doing all of those spin jumps and getting the wall kick there, I'm going to show you the slow way to do this. The slow way to do this, it's not really all that much slower, is to do the same wall kicks up here, only land right here, and then you'll see that wall right in front of you. You can wall kick off of that, and then off of that again, and then hover up here, and then do the same movement with the spin jump, and then the dive, roll out, jump, wall kicks, dive, roll out, spin jump, up to here. So basically the only real difference in the movement is the fact that when you're done with the first set of wall kicks, instead of doing that spin jump up into another wall kick, you just stop and do 2 wall kicks up. It's slightly slower, but it's slightly more consistent if you're not comfortable and you're not consistent already with the fast movement. So after this, gonna want to go ahead and spray this spring, and like banana clip, this spring is what's gonna allow us to do this clip. So you're gonna want to bring this spring over to here and run at this corner, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna put this spring down and hold left, and then when you're holding left, hover for a split second and then dive, and keep holding forward when you dive, and you should end up in the room where the shine is. Typically what you have to do is go up and face Goober Blooper, and then some blocks will break, and that will allow you access to this room. But with this clip, which I will demonstrate right now, so just run at this, press B, hold left, spray, and dive and hold forward, and you will end up, if you don't do that, because that will kill you, and give you a game over, apparently. Alright. That's fun. Okay, let's head back in. That was weird. That very, very rarely happens to me. The cause of that is if you're not diving at the right angle, which I thought I was holding left enough to do that, but apparently not. So I'll just get back up there and show you how to do this. So I guess you could see if I can get it down like I did the first time. I've been doing it pretty consistently as of late. The fast movement for doing this without interruption would be interruption. Alright, I'll just do this movement then. Wow. There. There we go. There we go. And then grab this. I thought it was holding left enough, but apparently not. So that happens if you're, if you go too far forward and not enough left. That will happen. So I'm gonna hold left slightly more for this one. And then I should end up in the room. There we go. And see, typically, you would have to fall down that chute from up there. And you can see, just barely, you should be able to see that, if I go, trying to give you a good angle on that. You should be able to see, I guess, kind of, that there's a block blocking that you would, that would break if you beat Goober Blooper, but you can just clip into here, using that method, and grab your shine. That makes Serena 2 one of the shortest missions in this game. Not Serena 2, Noki 2. That makes Noki 2 one of the shortest missions in this game. And so, after this, we're gonna go to Noki 3. Noki 3 is red coins in a bottle, which is basically your prep for Noki 4, which is probably the mission that runners of this game hate the most. I just burped there, sorry. Hate the most. And that would be the freaking eel, which I share the hatred. But I'm going to teach you a rather easy setup to do the eel. It just takes a long time, and if you mess... The reason why runners hate it is it takes a little while, and if you mess it up, you waste a lot of time. And so I'm going to try not to mess it up in the tutorial, but as you guys have probably been aware, I've been messing up a lot of stuff in this tutorial when I go to explain it. However, I don't generally mess these things up in runs. So, Mario, don't go to sleep. Enter the level. Alright, so before we get to the eel, Noki 3 is red coins in a bottle, which again is your prep for the eel. And what this does is it introduces you to using the helmet on your head for the water, that helmet right there. And that will allow you to kind of breathe underwater for a little bit longer. And then once you're done mashing through this guy's text, we'll put you in the bottle. And we will do movement in this bottle in order to do the red coins. So first things first, you're going to want to have your hover heart nozzle out and go forward for that one. Use the Y turning method to go over here and grab this one from the air duct. Y turn again to grab this coin. Y turn again to face yourself towards this coin. And then slow down because you're going to want to slow down and grab these 3 coins all in succession. No Y turns needed anymore. And then go ahead and hover over into this alcove to grab your 7th coin. Hover out of it. Mario. Hover out of it. And then head up onto these platforms and then hold forward. And you should grab your 8th red coin right there. And then go ahead and Y turn again to turn yourself all the way around. Hover up and down into your shine. Red coins in a bottle is one of the easiest red coin missions, one of the easiest missions in the game. A lot of the missions in these later levels are easy. There's just 1 or 2 difficult ones that make this level so inconsistent, or this level and Serena so inconsistent. That would be, for most people, Serena 4 and the RNG in Serena 5, and then for Noki, it would be Noki 4, which is coming up next, which is the eel, and then Noki 6, which is probably every runner's least favorite secret. So let's go ahead and finish this up and head into Noki 4, which is the eel. And nobody likes the eel. Nobody likes the eel. But we're gonna do the eel. So, Ely Mouse Dentist. What this guy is going to go ahead and tell you is you can go up this tightrope to talk to Grandpa. He's going to give you your helmet back. You can go up this tightrope to talk to Grandpa, and what you're supposed to do is go all the way back up to where the waterfall is over there, up top, and then talk to Grandpa and then dive your way down. But talking to him isn't actually necessary, so we're just going to go ahead and do the same movement as we did in Noki 1. Head up here, only instead of turning all the way around and going up to this one, what we're going to do is just head onto this one and then jump up here and hover slide right into the waterfall. And now, what you're gonna do here is move up and to the left a little bit, because the eel, who's down there right now, is going to let out some gaseous bubbles. Only these bubbles actually help you because they restore your health, and you're gonna want full health for when you're starting the eel. So, see this bubble right here that's coming right up? You can either get hit by it, or my preferred method is spraying it, and that will refill your health. And then once the eel starts spinning down here, or starts coming up, he'll start spinning, and then he'll start moving up. When he starts moving up, hover into that tooth. And you should clean that tooth, clean this tooth. Worth mentioning, aim at the roots of his teeth when you're trying to clean them, because that will clean them faster. And since this is a speedrun and your goal is to get things done fast, 1, it'll improve your time because you're doing things fast, and 2, you will get less cycles on this eel, and it will be a lot better for you. So the main gist of the first part of the eel is you want to get at least the first 4 teeth cleaned before he closes his mouth. And if he closes his mouth on you, then that wastes the cycle and wastes a lot of time. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hover outside of his mouth when he closes it, and then immediately clean a tooth when it opens back up. Generally, you want to clean a broken tooth when he does that, and then clean the gold tooth, because the gold tooth resets the cycles. You want to do that second to last, which is generally what I do. And so I'm just going to go ahead and go through the eel right now. So clean that tooth, third tooth, fourth tooth, and then hover out of him as he's closing his mouth, and then clean this tooth over here. And then he'll make that noise, that noise. And when he does that, that means he's about to close his mouth because you just cleaned that tooth. When he goes to close his mouth, or he's not going to close his mouth right away. He's going to go ahead and, like, create a whirlpool around him, like, kind of like this. And when he does that, you're going to want to hover over to the other side of him. And then he'll start closing his mouth. And then you'll do the same thing. When he closes his mouth, hover out just outside of him. Turn around, clean a tooth. He'll do the same thing. Hover just outside of it. Hover across him. And then just outside when he closes his mouth, clean the gold tooth, which is the other tooth on this side that I didn't clean. And then, do the same thing, hover back over to the other side, clean the last tooth, and there's a 30-second cutscene that plays after you're done with the eel, but there is a way to skip it. Basically, if you take damage and clean the final tooth while you're still flashing red from taking that damage, you will not have to watch this cutscene. However, that is that is completely dependent on how long it takes you to do this eel, and most of the time I don't get this cutscene skip because of the way that I do the eel, and I might not get it in the tutorial. So if I don't get it in the tutorial, I don't know if I will or not yet, but if I don't get it in the tutorial, you can definitely count on a video showing up right over there above the game, like I did for travel skip in the first part. Definitely count on a video of someone, or myself, probably myself, because I have gotten it quite a few times, getting the cutscene skip, and you will see what that looks like. So, let's continue this eel. That's not supposed to happen. Okay, that just doesn't generally happen. Basically, what that means is you wasted the cycle, which I don't know how I wasted the cycle because I did this the same way I do every time. But if that happens, just hover back up. He'll spin. Just hover back up. And then you are going to want to clean a tooth. I'm going to clean the gold tooth because that resets the cycles. And then he will start spinning after a little while. At least he should. Or he'll close his mouth, hover outside of him, clean a tooth. He will start spinning. I'm going to go ahead and grab some health here while he closes his mouth now, which is over here. Coins give you health in this game, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. Coins give you health. And then he'll start spinning, and then he'll open his mouth again. Or go back down because I took too long. And then I will go ahead and clean his last tooth. And this actually gives me an opportunity to show off cutscene skip if I don't do this. But generally what will happen is what I explained. Not what's happening, but what I explained will happen generally. So let me just wait and see if I can't get cutscene skip. Take damage, sir. This is cutscene skip. Basically, you'll be inside of the eel, and he'll drag you to the bottom, and then the shine will appear over here, I believe. Yes, over here. And it allows you to get the shine much faster. Because generally, if you don't skip the cutscene, you'll be all the way up there. And you have to spend 30 seconds floating down to grab this shine. Which is why that wastes 30 seconds. And so, if you get the cutscene skip like I just did, the good thing about me messing up the eel is I didn't do my normal cycle, which generally doesn't get the cutscene skip. So I could show off cutscene skip, but, I kind of messed up the eel. So when I'm thinking instead of showing cutscene skip over there, what I'm going to do is just while I'm talking right now, I'm going to go ahead and show a video of what getting my general cycle of the eel looks like. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my PB video over there because I got, in my PB, my eel was the best eel I've ever done. And so I'm going to show that over there as I am talking right now. So, with that, that is the end of Noki 4, and we can go ahead and collect our shine and head into Noki 5, which is probably behind Noki 2, the easiest shine in Noki. It's another Il Piantissimo race, if you remember the one from Pianta. It is the final Il Piantissimo race. There's actually, technically, there's 3 of them. But, because we skip all of Gelato except for 7 and 8, we don't have to do one of them. So there's only 2 in the any % run. And this is the second one, Il Piantissimo's Surf Swim. And basically, there is very specific movement that you want to do to get up to him the fastest on this tightrope. Like I said in Bianco, the fastest movement on any tightrope is to jump onto it, jump dive, ground pound, jump dive, ground pound. However, here, what you're going to want to do is just jump on it once, and then jump dive, ground pound, jump dive, roll out, and you will grab that ledge, and because Il Piantissimo is on that ledge, you won't have to press anything, you'll immediately pull yourself up, and that is the fastest way to get up to Il Piantissimo to start this race. In this race, it will take him 40 seconds to get over to the goal, whereas it should take you between 15 and 20. So you'll have a lot of time to waste doing this, and what I generally like to do, I will show once we're done with that. So just spam through his text again. Generally pretty easy to do. Again, just A button, B button, and then it'll push you over there. Dive across this one, dive right here, and a glove will punch you down to here. Do the dolphin dive by jump diving in the water over here. Jump onto this spring platform and then dive here, and you are at the goal. And what I generally like to do while I am waiting for him to here is I like to just spray something on the wall, like a smiley face, or if I'm about to PB, I'll write PB on the wall. Stuff like that, and then I'll just wait for him to ever so slowly get over here. And then I will talk to him, and that will be the end of Noki 5. And next is the ever so dreaded Noki 6, which is the final secret mission in the game. But it's also one of the easiest to mess up. It's not the most difficult thing to do, but it's one of the easiest to mess up, and which is why a lot of people don't like the shine. I actually don't mind the shine because I'm pretty consistent with it. And I don't lose too many runs to it. However, if I'm like really panicked and stuff, I'll lose a run to it. But I've lost my fair share of runs to it, I will admit. But I don't generally, this isn't generally a run killer for me. So we will go to Noki 6, and the way we get to Noki 6 is the same general way that we got to Noki 2, only we take a slight detour. So what you're going to want to do is come over here. I already explained the 2 movements, so I'm just going to do whichever one I am capable of doing right now, which happens to be the fast one. And then once you get up here, jump, dive, roll out, spin jump over in this direction, over to the left, and hover onto here. This is the one occurrence when you're on a tightrope that you will not do the jump, dive, ground pound strat. What you're going to do is just jump on it once, change your angle, jump on it again, and then at the height of your jump, hover over into this shell, and that will get you over into the shell. Now, Noki 6 is one that I am definitely going to go ahead and try and do quickly and then explain, because this is another one, sort of like Rico 4, although I'm hoping this goes a lot better than Rico 4, is another one where it's constantly making cycles, and so I'm just going to go ahead and do it and then try to explain it. So let's hop right in. Oops. There we go. Alright, I missed my general cycle, but I will go for this one, which is just like 3 seconds of time waste, I guess. And then head over here, And then across this platform. And then up to here. And so that is Noki 6. And what I can do with Noki 6, actually, is I can just dive right back down to the beginning and show you what you have to do. And so, with Noki 6, explaining it, basically you'll start out with this kind of camera angle. You're going to want to wall kick up this, and you have to hold. It's very, very important that you hold each direction that you're wall kicking when you're doing this. So it would be like, hold forward, hold back, hold forward, hold back. And that will get you up here the fastest. And then you will do a dive, roll out, spin jump dive, roll out, and that will get you onto here, onto this yellow platform in its first cycle as it's spinning. And then you will jump over to here, and your marker for this spin jump is what you can do is you can just go ahead and wait till that pops out and then spin jump up there like that. But if you want to get the one of the faster ways to do it, which is what I do, is you're going to want to do a spin jump dive from this line, this dark line right here. This dark line right here is what you're going to want to spin jump dive off of. And then once you are done with that, once you roll out of that spin jump dive, do another spin jump and ground pound, and that should allow you to grab onto that rope up there without having to do much of anything. So what you would do is spin jump dive, roll out, spin jump, ground pound, and then you would turn by pressing forward and jump up this, and you'll just run up this and jump over here. What you can do, which is what I did when I just did this, is you can go ahead and when you do your jump from up here, you can automatically just do a spin jump up to this one. However, the input for that is kind of tricky, and sometimes you'll mess it up, and sometimes you'll be like running into this wall when you get up here. So if you want to, you can just jump up here and then spin jump wall kick up onto here, spin jump wall kick up onto here. And then there is a strat where you come over here and just jump dive onto that. However, that is incredibly inconsistent, and it's not actually faster. It's basically just a swag strat that I've seen people do, and I've done a couple times myself. But I don't recommend doing that at all. And so what you're going to want to do is just do another spin jump, up, wall kick up to here. And then another series of jump dives and rollouts across these blocks, same as normal. So jump dive, rollout, jump dive, rollout. Again, jump dive, rollout, jump dive, rollout onto here. And then what you can do is you can just go ahead and wait for this and then jump and kick, or side flip, side flip, side flip, and then get up to there. But what I recommend doing, because it's a lot, not a lot easier, but it's a lot faster, is just spin jump onto this, flip onto this, and then spin jump dive onto this platform. And then from here, it's just a spin jump dive onto here, roll out, jump dive, roll out, spin jump, and if you aimed it right, you should spin jump directly into that shine. And so that is Noki 6, and I'm proud of myself because I didn't freaking fuck it up. So there we go, Noki freaking 6. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a highlight of my tutorial. I don't have to finish this. That was the highlight of it. I did Noki 6 without messing up. I am so proud of that. Alright, so from here, we're gonna go ahead and do Noki 7, which is, obviously Shadow Mario again. Now, there is a fast strat for taking down this Shadow Mario. However, I have not been doing it as of late. So, I'm gonna try and explain it and try and show you it, but if I don't get it, I will show you the second fastest, or I guess it's the third fastest, because there's two different places where the fast strat can take him down. One's really fast, or the quick kill, I should say. One's really fast, and one's slightly less fast, and then the place that you will take him down if you don't get the quick kill, or you should take him down if you don't get the quick kill, is about 10 seconds slower. And anything further than that is just really bad for the shine. So, the final Shadow Mario mission of the run is Hold It Shadow Mario. I'm going to go ahead and adjust the camera here so it's actually like where I want it to be in a more comfortable position to hold the thing, the controller. So what you're going to want to do here is head over here. Same thing as if you were going over here. Only when you get down here, you can see Shadow Mario over there. Aim at him and spray him. If you get enough spray on him, you should be able to, like, come over here and do a spam sprays on him, and that is the quick kill. So, what you want to do is come down here, spray him from over here until he jumps into the water, and then when he jumps into the water, just follow him a little bit, and then spam spray him a lot, and if he doesn't go down there, he will go down in here with just a bunch of spam sprays. And then if you don't get him down in here, he will wall kick up here, and where he will go is over here, and then he will jump across here and go here. Where you will go is right here. Wait for him to cross it, and just spray him as he runs across here, and you should get him down right here. It's 10 seconds slower, but it is also, it's also a little bit more consistent. Anything after this, he'll, like, jump up here and do some stuff up here, but anything after that is just pretty bad for this Shadow Mario. So, go ahead and grab that shine, and that is it for Noki. However, we are not done yet, because after Noki 7, as you will see coming up right now, we have defeated every Shadow Mario, which triggers this. It triggers Shadow Mario to be on top of the Shine Gate, and then once he goes over there, it unlocks Corona. As you can see, the grading is no longer there once we're done watching this cutscene. All of Isle Delfino is flooded. All that means is we can get to Corona that much faster. So, what we're going to want to do is turn your camera, do a couple of dolphin dives, which are jump dives in the water, hover onto this, dive, and then hover over here, spin jump, hover, dive, and then you will roll out into Corona. Corona, I'm going to treat as a secret mission. I'm going to do Corona fast, and then I'm going to try to explain Corona fast. And part of doing Corona fast is doing a trick that's either called Speedboat, which is what I call it, or YOLO Boat, which is what a lot of other people call it. And with that, it's basically you do not take the boat carefully. It is one continuous spray. If you don't know there's a boat in Corona, it's a mud boat that you have to navigate across through a bunch of lava spires and stuff. But with Speedboat, you do it in one continuous spray. It's pretty consistent. I'm one of the better runners that can do, well, not better runners, one of the runners that is better at Speedboat, I would say. But it's pretty easy once you know how to do it. So that's what I'm going to be attempting to do, once I get there, doing Corona fast. And if I mess it up, and that is when I'm going to go back, and if I mess it up and die, that is when I'm going to go back and try and explain what I've been doing in Corona. So, here's Corona. I have to focus here, so I'm sorry I'm being silent, but, like, you're kind of... By this point in the tutorial, you should be used to me being silent and focusing when I'm trying to show other things off. Like, trying to show quick things off. Like, trying to do things quickly. That would be Speedboat. And then you would come up here. Grab the rocket nozzle. You won't have to save here, don't worry. You won't have to save here, because I have the memory card and I'll save. And then you would come up here and do clouds. Which clouds are pretty self-explanatory. Just aim for the next cloud and ground pound when you get on top of it, just so that you ensure that you land there. I'm not gonna go and do this, because once you get up to there, that is the final Bowser fight. I'm not gonna do that just yet. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is dive off of this and show you how to do Corona. If you touch the lava, it's insta-death, by the way. That's worth mentioning. If you touch lava, it's insta-death. So, when you start off Corona, I'm not going to make any cycles that I typically make while I'm explaining this. When you start... How you doing there, controller cam? When you start off Corona, what you're going to want to do is jump between these two spikes and hover, and that will take out that fire right right there by hovering over it. And then what you will do is you will dive onto that platform when the spikes are down and spray, and I will go ahead and head over there. When you do this spray, it will take out that fire way over there, like I just did. It will take out the fire on that platform way over there. And once you do that, then I'm gonna wait for the fire to respawn. I'm gonna respray it. Once you do that, do a spin jump, hover over to that platform, and then a triple jump off of it and hover all the way onto this platform. I'm just gonna dive so I can ensure that I make it. And once you do that, you're gonna want to do a spin jump, and with your squirt nozzle, you're gonna want to do a spin jump, and then continuously squirt, and that should put that fire out over there. And so that would look like this. And then hover onto this, and then what should happen? I'm gonna go ahead and just wait for this fire to respawn, or die from it. That works too. And once you're done with that fire, you're going to want to jump as soon as the spikes on that next platform respawn or come back up, so that when you're over there, the spikes will be down. So what that fast would look like is that, and then you would do the jump, spin jump. That should take out the fire there. Wait till those spikes come back up, and then spin jump over, because that will ensure that they will be down by the time you get over here. And then spin jump off of this and hover over to where the boat is. Once you're done with that, I'm going to try to explain speedboat, although it's pretty it's like you just kind of have to like watch and know for speedboat. At least that's how I learned it. So to do speedboat, basically, you're first going to want to make sure you're standing slightly behind this brown square right here that's in the middle of the boat. Stand slightly behind it. Your first spray, it's worth mentioning that when Mario's facing backwards, when you're spraying, right is left and left is right. So when I'm moving the control stick to the right, Mario is going to spray to my left. So as you can see, I'm going to start by spraying to my left, which means going right on the control stick. And then once I get to about this point up here, I'm going to switch, and I'm going to go left on my control stick, which will make Mario spray right. And that should get me past these spires up here, past that spire way off in the distance that I'm trying to aim at, right over there. And then there's also a water jet over here that you should get past. And once you're past those, you're basically home free. So this is what, in case you missed it the first time, if I can get it again, this is what speedboat should look like. So start by spraying right, which will make Mario go left, adjust a little bit, spray left, adjust a little bit, and then it's basically home free to get in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and stop and die again, and then I'll show you how to do the boat if you don't feel comfortable doing speedboat. So if you do not feel comfortable doing speedboat, I'm just going to do all of Corona pretty quickly right now just to get back up to the boat. So dive, roll out with that. Hover here. Because I grabbed that ledge, I'm probably going to miss this cycle that I usually hit, which is fine, because I can show you missing that cycle. Quickly jump, spin jump, and then I'm actually gonna make this. Am I? Yeah, I made it. Okay, there we go. Basically, if you don't make that cycle, what you're gonna want to do is just wait on that platform where we sprayed the fire with the spin jump, and wait for the spice to come back up and then jump. That's all you would have to do. So if you're not comfortable with speedboat, all you're gonna want to do is just spray behind a little bit, and then use this front part to adjust. Like, if you spray to the right, the boat will go left. If you spray to the left, the boat will go right. And then keep spraying back to go forwards, and then adjust as needed. So, like, spray a little bit forward, adjust as needed, spray a little bit, propel yourself forward, adjust as needed to get past here, spray a little bit over here, adjust as needed to get yourself back across here. And then once you're here, again, you're home free, and you can just spray however you want and jump out of the boat. And so that would be the first part of Corona and the boat. And then once you're over here, clouds are really easy. Just hit down on your control stick, because you're going to be facing things like this. Hit down on your control stick so you have a better view of the clouds. And then just rocket nozzle, ground pound. Rocket nozzle, by the way, because you're going to use... The only time you use the rocket nozzle in any percent is when you're doing the end of Corona and Final Bowser. And so, rocket nozzle is basically, you just hold R until that meter is filled up on the right. Well, you can't really see the meter behind my caricature, to be honest. But over the water meter, if you see that red line that I'm constantly moving up and down, you wait till that meter is all the way filled up, and then you jump and Mario will rocket boost. So if you do that and then ground pound on this cloud, these first two sets of clouds don't move, so you should be fine. So just go under this cloud, ground pound onto it. These clouds move in a circle, so you're going to want to aim to where the cloud is going to be that you want to go to. So I'm going to go to this cloud, so I'm going to aim where the cloud is going to be, and then I'm going to land on it. And then these clouds move in and out. So as you can see, those clouds move out as those clouds move in, and they alternate. So just make sure you know where the cloud you're going for is going to be, and then ground pound onto that cloud. And then I'm going to teach you what's called cloud skip, which basically, typically you need to land on that purple cloud above there, and then you will rocket nozzle again up into the final Bowser fight. However, if as this cloud that you're standing on is going in, you do a spin jump and then you rocket, you will skip that cloud and skip automatically to the final Bowser fight if you do it right. So I'm going to try and show what that looks like. Basically, you would just skip the cloud and go right to the final Bowser fight. Final Bowser fight is really, really simple. Basically, there are, I believe, 5 or 6 points around I've never actually bothered to count. I think it's 5 points around Bowser's hot tub that are marked with, like, meteors, and that means, when Mario is up in the air with a rocket, you can ground pound, and that will cause him to meteor smash that and break it. So, dive, roll out over here, onto the first one, jump, change your camera angle mid-air, and then, as you are falling, you're going to want to charge the rocket nozzle again, and then hold forward, and that will cause Mario to face this way, and then once you're at the height of your jump, dive, and that will get you over to the next one faster. So do it again, dive, turn your camera angle, hold forward, jump, dive again. Now, the third one is slightly different than the rest of them, because for the other two, after the third one, all you're going to want to do is just that same thing again. Just hold forward, and rocket up, and then dive to the next one. However, for this third one, what you're going to want to do is make sure your ground pound is at the top right of the meteor when you're facing it from this direction. So the top right of the meteor, and then you're not going to want to jump after this one. You're just going to want to hold forward, and you should run directly off of the cliff while you're charging your rocket nozzle. And then that should allow you to just dive right back onto the platform. That was a tip taught to me by my friend 360 Chrism, because he noticed that I was messing up the third one quite a bit, and I would jump, and then I would jump in the wrong direction, I would die. And so with this tip, top right, just hold forward and run off the cliff, or slide off the cliff, because that wasn't directly where I wanted to go. So I'll just do the first two again, and then try and show the third one. Sometimes that will happen and you will slide. However, I probably should have, like, not held forward after I realized I was sliding, because that would have saved me, but I kind of just didn't realize until it was too late. Sometimes Bowser will do that, where he'll, like, tip the hot tub. That's completely RNG-based. You can't really control that. And, that's why that happens. But here's the third one again. So what I'm going to do is hop onto the top right here and just walk off and then dive off over here. And then do the same thing as the first two for these last ones. Just hold forward, jump, dive. And then this last one is you're just going to want to ground pound on it, Bowser. Ground pound on it, and that is where you're at the end of the run. That is the end of the Super Mario Sunshine run. That was the complete tutorial of Super Mario Sunshine. And now, while this ending cutscene plays, I'm going to explain something that, yes, I do know that I was not explaining over the course of this tutorial. However, I'm going to go ahead and open those up right now. And that is where you split during this run. And basically what splits are, is if I could find my split program. Splits are... Oh, there it is. Splits are when you reach a certain checkpoint in the run, you will hit a hotkey that you set yourself. I'm not going to explain how the split program that I use, which is called Live Split, works. These are what splits look like. Basically, you have different checkpoints throughout the run. Like I have an airstrip checkpoint, Bianco 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on throughout the run. I have one for every shine. You don't need one for every shine. Basically, your splits are all your own. You can choose where you split. You can choose what kind of cue you use to split. Like when I split when Mario like hits the shine up when in the shine cutscene. But the only thing that matters with your splits when you're timing a run is when you start and when you end. That is the only thing that matters with splits. And the start time for Super Mario Sunshine is generally as soon as you hit start on the file select screen. There is another timing method called reset timing, which is mainly used by Japanese runners, but the community has decided that file select timing is the main method and the official method of timings for Super Mario Sunshine runs. So if you're just getting into this game, it would be a lot easier for you to just time start your timer as soon as you hit start on the file select menu for your file. And then, as I just said, you would hit your split hotkey for the final split as soon as your butt hits the meteor imprint on Bowser's hot tub for the final hit. And that is how you would time a Super Mario Sunshine run. As you can see here, my personal best speedrun of this game is a 1:26:35. World record for this game is a 1:18:46 by a Japanese runner named Tubo at the time of recording this. So, as you can see, I am a pretty decent runner, but I'm not, like, nearly the best out there. And speaking of not being nearly the best out there, I did make this tutorial knowing full well that there already is a guide for this game out. There are many different resources for this game out. However, none of the current resources show you inputs, and that was the main focus of this tutorial, is to show you controller cam, explain things. Not a lot of them explain things either. I mean, there is the former world record holder, whose name, well, one of the former world record holders, because many people have held the world record for this game throughout its history. One of the former world record holders, his name is Samurai Man. He made a tutorial for this game. However, I have gotten people telling me, and other runners, that it's kind of hard to follow because, at least for English runners, it's kind of hard to follow because Samu does not speak English as his first language, and so some of the things that he's saying are kind of hard to follow. And that is why I made this tutorial again, obviously, again. Another reason is because I wanted to show the inputs, because none of the current resources show inputs. However, like I said when I was doing Rico, there is a very nifty Google Docs guide that shows you every single Shine, beginner, intermediate, and advanced strats. However, this just shows you the strats. It doesn't tell you how to do them, which was the aim of this tutorial. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and save my game. And that is going to be the end of this tutorial. So, if you enjoyed watching this Super Mario Sunshine 80% tutorial, if you watched the entire way through and you learned this game from me, I would like to say thank you for choosing my tutorial as a way to learn this game. And that's kind of it. The tutorial's over. So, if you enjoyed this tutorial of Super Mario Sunshine 80%, I would appreciate it if you leave a like, a comment, maybe even a favorite. If you really enjoyed this Super Mario Sunshine 80% tutorial, I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing if you haven't already. It really helps me out a lot, and I will see you guys when whatever else I make next. Bye, guys!
Pleased to welcome you to our beautiful home.